Right, I'm going to draw out some examples in Power Network, and by the way, that example, you could just map it out in your head and figure out what everybody earns, because I don't have time to do it, right? Because what I really want to do is I want to talk about how to earn $1 million and how that feeds into what we're doing on Sunday, right? And why it's so badass, right? So let's give some examples, right? So we got Tracy Walker, right? She's a leader, and how's Tracy build? Well, she builds through what she's going to be teaching in our closed-door session on Sunday, right? Which is how to make lots of money through team building. So Tracy, she sponsored a person who 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 sponsored a person. And then down here, somewhere, there's a six-figure earner, Tom the Furry Hat Guy. Now, specifically, you got to pronounce his whole name, Tom the Furry Hat Guy, right? Just one word. Okay? In our current comp plan, Tracy earns nothing from Tom. Probably. Maybe she gets a pass-up. Probably not. When people are a few generations down, you usually don't get pass-ups. That's our current comp plan. It's how a pass-up plan works. Right? Let's say, though, Tracy's at $30,000. These people don't qualify for any of those levels, but Tom is at $10,000 a month. Right? And, right, check this out. Let's say Tom has 500 people down there. What would Tracy earn now? Nothing. That's what she'd earn. Right? But watch this now. Now, 500 people for Tom would be easy in 6 months. It's not difficult to do something like that in 6 months if you're just following a simple pattern. We're talking about on Sunday, right? Now, check this out. And this is adding on top of, by the way, what Tracy's making now. So this just did not exist. Well, it still doesn't exist, but it will in 5 weeks, right? But this did not exist before I told you it exists. Now, what's going to happen? Well, Tracy qualifies for $10 off generation 1 and 2, right, from being at $10,000 a month, plus she qualifies for generation 1 and 2 from being at $20,000 a month, plus she qualifies for generation 1 and 2 from being at $30,000 a month. So how does that work? Well, here's how it works. From all these people, Tracy is going to get 10 plus 10, right, and all the people they sponsor because they're not qualified for anything, right, plus 520 off all those people. Okay? And then off all those people, there is 10 plus 10, 5, 2, there is $15.20 of breakage. $15 and whatever. Somebody said a different number, but we'll figure it out later. Okay? But so let's say there's 100 people between here. Right? What's she going to earn? She's going to earn, here is $25.20. And there's $15.20 of breakage. I'll talk about that in a second. Right? So $25.20 times 100, right, is, just from those people, an extra $2,520 in between her and Tom now. But wasn't there. Now, this might not be a true example. It's just an example, right? But from Tom, who she earns no money off, right now, and therefore has no motivation to help, but does because she's full of love, right? From this person down here, what's she going to get? Well, Tom qualifies for a generation, but she qualifies for generation 2 of $10,000 a month plus generation 2 of $20,000 a month, or plus generation 1 of $20,000 a month, right? Plus generation 1 of, right, $30,000 a month. So off of all those people, off of those 500 people, it's 500 times 25.20. What's that?
12,500.
$12,500 a month from someone she has no financial incentive to help right now.
Woo-hoo!
More, how many all-in pass-ups would Tom need to make to Tracy if he was connected to her, which he isn't, in order to generate her $12,000 a month? Impossible number. But that's residual. Right? That's residual. Okay? So what happens? You say, well, what happens? There's extra money there that's not getting paid out. Well, we have $15.20 of breakage in both categories because she becomes the top level in that, right? And then the rest is paid out through generational $30,000 a month earners, right? And then breakage. So what happens is there is $7.60 per generation? This is divided 50%, right? And then 50% of that goes to the generation above her, 50% of that goes to the generation above her. Right? That make sense? Mm-hmm. So therefore, the person here, $30,000 a month, 2 generations over Tracy, would be overriding off of all of this, every person in the whole team, $7.60 a month. So her $30,000 a month sponsor and their $30,000 a month sponsor, right? What are they going to get? What's 7 times 600?
4,200?
I don't actually know what it is, right? 4,200? So that person now who has no motivation at all now makes $4,200 a month from a $30,000 a month earner's one leg, 3 generations of $30,000 a month earners down. That person up there now is making money from all of Tom's sales, right? Well, in that case, that's me, right? So now I make $7 a month from every one of Tom's sales. Well, that's pretty good motivation to help him earn $1 million, isn't it? Right? Now, that's going to take you guys a few days to get.
Who's ready to build a large group here, guys?
Now, that's about all the explaining I'm going to do, and you guys will just have to figure it out. So let me talk about, let's go back to how to make $1 million and how this fits into all this shit this weekend, right? Who in here is more pumped up than you were a minute ago, but a little confused?
Yeah.
Right? Now you say, wait, why isn't this paying to, like, the low-level people? Because it makes no difference to them at all, right? If you give an extra $5 or something to somebody at the bottom level, it's like $20 a month.